Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, been holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing, if you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a
Distractibility. Hi guys. Everybody's doing good. We're gonna do a little quickie here, an afternoon quickie if you're on my side of the time zones, an evening quickie. Yes, same dress. I didn't change. I wore this all day. I made homemade breakfast burritos and home fries. And, oh, maybe I should have changed my dress, though. It sort of seems to be all a flutter. Anyways, I really wanted to go to the store, a specific store. Oh my god, Cellulite Yoga Pants you get the extra points yourself? That's funny. Anyways, I wanted to go to the store, but the traffic is fucked up at this time, so now I'm gonna have to wait till like, I don't know, like 6 maybe? Also, I'm trying to remember what weed I already smoked. I'm pretty sure it was the Orange Crush, but maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I want to go to Costco. It makes me happy. Especially, you know what makes me the happiest part about Costco? This is going to sound sick, but I love to go into Costco and spend $20 and not spend any more than that. And everybody else looks at me like I'm a psycho. And I love that. I love that for me. You know, there's no fear of Paisley going in and spending $500 at Costco. It's never gonna happen. So, I like to go for a little walk. I want to get some more dried mangoes. I ate all these dried mangoes. They were really good. They were really, really good. So I think I'm going to get another bag of those. Sweet, soft, and chewy tropical treat for $13.99. You know, at work the other day, my boss said to me, somebody asked how much something, like where they could get something. And I said where they could get it and what the price is. And she goes, oh, something you'll learn about Paisley is that she almost always tells you the price of how much something costs. I was like, yeah, that's how my mind works. That's just how it is. Anyways, it was butternut squash. Frozen butternut squash, 500 grams, $2.57. That's 257 pennies. $2.57 for 500 grams of frozen butternut squash if you come to my neck of the woods. Anyways, doodly-dee, by the flu powder we go. Oh, the churro sticks as well, my little churro stick. My churro sticks. You see, when you walk almost 30,000 steps, you can actually eat quite a bit. And still lose a little weight. I love it. It's one of my favorite parts. Walking so much. Download. Oh, no. Wrong. Where is it? There it is. Right. Timing is everything, by the way, guys. If you mess up timing, it can mess up everything. tits. That's right. They're still here.
Okay. Well, on the
That's
record
right.
in cause number DF2503749, councils, will you please announce for the record?
Yes, Your Honor. Alan Wittenberg for Alyssa Castillo.
Lisa Margle for Gustavo Medina.
All right, and with those who intend to testify, please raise your right hands. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you'll give will be the truth and the whole truth?
Yes,
Yes.
Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may lower your hands. We're set here today on a request for de novo hearing filed by Mr. Medina regarding conservatorship and the rights and duties, school enrollment, possession and access, and child support. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Let's see. Attorney Dale?
Yes, it's Justin Dale here for the AG's office.
All right, and just to be clear, the request for de novo hearing that is before the court today is the only one that is filed regarding the temporary order. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's correct, Your Honor. We did file our requested relief, however.
Okay, I have both sides exhibits. The exhibits were pre-admitted. At this time, we're going to go ahead and admit mothers 1 through 6 and fathers 1 through 11. All right, and I have you all set at 10 minutes aside. This will include any opening, closing statements, should you all choose to make one, as
10
well
minutes.
as any examination. Attorney Margle, at this time, would you like to make an opening statement?
Your Honor, since I'm a little limited on time, I'm just going to get right into it with my
Okay.
client.
All right, Attorney Wittenberg?
Yes, Your Honor, very briefly, temporary orders were issued. I'll make a quick opening. Temporary orders were issued in August of this year, and the parties have been following them pretty well. There have been a few hiccups along the way when it first got started, but generally it's been working out very well. The child is living with mother in Midlothian, and she's making a lot of friends in school. She's doing very well in school. Her comportment is good, and she's very happy about the way it is. The evidence will show that Dad made a few hiccups. There have been some tardies. The first month, he got much better. The second month, only one tardy, and the third month, there was only one tardy. And the reason Father is responsible for those is the possession has been split, and he drives the child from his home in Garland to school in Midlothian. And but except for that issue, Your Honor, it's been working out very well. The only big problem, and we filed a motion for enforcement on that, is Father, although was ordered, has failed to pay any child support, and he's also failed to pay any medical support since it was ordered in August. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. State?
State waives opening.
Thank you. Attorney Margle, you may call your first witness.
Thank you. I'll call my client, Gustavo Medina.
Okay, you may proceed.
Okay, Mr. Medina, would you please state your name for the court?
Gustavo Medina.
And you are Ella's father, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And Ella is 6?
She is 6 years young.
Okay. And the two of you, you and her mother, Alyssa, you guys got an order through the Attorney General's office back in like 22, 23? Okay, so focusing just on the time since then, until you had your temporary orders hearing, where was Ella living?
She was mostly living with me in my possession in Garland.
Okay. And where does Alyssa live?
She lives in Midlothian now, but she's been moving from DeSoto to Midlothian and to Garland. So, but currently she's in Midlothian.
Okay. And when you said that Ella was staying mostly with you, what kind of schedule were you and Alyssa doing, like an agreed on schedule?
Yes, it was usually 1 week on, 1 week off. But it got to the point where she was living so far in DeSoto, I couldn't make the drive, so she couldn't pick her up. So Ella would just stay with me about 2 to 3 weeks, and then you know, she has to see her mom, so I would drive up to her mom to drop her off for the weekend and stuff like that.
Okay. How often were you making that drive?
Well, I was doing all the drop-offs, all the pickups, even when it was her weekend or mine, about once a week,
Your
twice.
Honor, I would object as to the vagueness. We'd like to know what time frame Mr. Medina is talking about.
Sustain.
Okay, so for say the last 6 months before this order, so like let's say last school year. How often was Alyssa seeing Ella during the last school year?
She wasn't seeing her much at all, actually. I was taking her to school, dropping her off at school. She was scheduled to pick up Ella on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, but she only did it for about 2 weeks, because she couldn't find a ride. But she was mostly living with me in my possession in Garland because she was living out in Midlothian.
You say she was living in Midlothian, that's Alyssa?
Yes, yeah.
And what school was Ella going
She was
to?
going to Weaver Elementary in Garland.
Okay, did you put her in that school?
We actually both agreed to put her in that school. But then again, she broke our agreement and she moved to Midlothian.
Okay. And after she moved to Midlothian, did she take Ella with her or did Ella stay in Garland?
Ella stayed in Garland and she finished her school year off in Weaver.
Okay.
Yes.
And how did Ella do in school?
She did good. She did good. She was joining speech classes that she was doing really good at. After school activities, you know, she was in a soccer team I had to pull her out of because this whole situation happened. But she made a lot of friends and she really loved that school. She really did.
And so you said Alyssa was seeing her like once a week?
I would say about once a week, maybe minimum, not really. It would be like once, twice a month on the weekends. Because again, I would have to take her to school and I would have to drive to Midlothian on Sunday, pick her up, bring her back home to Garland, and get her ready for school on Monday morning.
Okay. And what about doctor's appointments? Who was taking Ella to the doctor?
I've been taking Ella to the doctor since she's been an infant. I've been the only one that take her to the doctor, to the dentist, you know, pediatrician. Anytime she's sick or if she has a checkup, it was always me. It was only me. You know, her mother would not really attend. I would try to sometimes FaceTime her mother during these situations so she can at least see that her daughter's doing okay. But it was always me in those offices. Same thing with haircuts, all that stuff.
Okay. And the medical records that we admitted into evidence, which of you was filling those out? Anything that called for a parent to fill out, which of you was filling those out?
I was filling those out every time.
Okay. And were there like questionnaires or they're like, how is your child doing on this or that?
Of course. And I always answer them very honestly. And you know, Ella was with me a lot of the majority of the time, and I got to be able to help her in the areas that she struggled on, but also was able to see the areas she was very strong at. So of course, always answer them very, very honestly.
And at your residence in Garland, does she have her own space there?
Yes, Ella has her own bedroom. She has her own restroom, a closet. She also has her own little TV, her own privacy. She has her own little space in my house. Yes.
Okay. And is that what she's until this case, is that what she was used to?
Yes, yes. Until this case, that's what she was used to. Her mom pulled her out of school. It was 2 weeks already at school. She pulled her out, and I just felt very disturbed for my daughter, honestly, you know. So
Does she seem like she's doing okay with all of the changes?
I think she's doing good, but again, she's just 6 and she doesn't really get to explain and feel how much she really feels, but I can see that she's a little bit just kind of I want to say disturbed, not too much disturbed, but very irritated of moving school. She does like her new school now. At least that's what it looks like. But I can't tell when it started, even when it's time to go back to her mom's. She doesn't want to go back and stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay. And are you asking that that Ella go back to living with you?
Yes, yes, I would really appreciate if we can do that. Again, I always drive Ella to where she needs to get to. I'm very flexible with transportation and can move around, very flexible to where if God forbid an emergency, I can take her to the hospital. I can take her to after school activities, stuff like that.
Okay. And are you asking that that Alyssa pay you child support?
Yes, if it's what we need to do, right?
Are you concerned about that part?
I'm not concerned about it at all. You know, but if it's there, it's there, but I'm not really too worried about it. I just want my daughter home.
Okay. And if things were to stay 50-50, so under the orders that we have right now, the two of you are 50-50?
I would hope so, yes.
Okay. But I mean, in terms of like you have your daughter half the time and her mother has her the other half the time?
Yes.
Okay. If the judge decides to keep you with the schedule you have under the temporary orders where you're 50-50, would you ask that maybe you guys share the cost of the health insurance and then you just pay offset child support to kind of even out y'all's households?
Yeah, that'll be okay too. Again, I also don't mind covering the health insurance if I'm able to come to an agreement with her mother of Ella, with me being the primary caretaker of my daughter. I can pay that insurance, you know.
Okay. You just want Ella to come home.
Yes, ma'am.
I pass the witness.
Okay. Attorney Whitmer,
Yes, Mr. Medina, you said that you had an agreement with my client that she broke when she moved to Midlothian?
Yes, sir.
So did my client have an agreement with you that said that she would continue to live in Garland?
It was never nothing written, sir. It was just kind of verbal.
So there really was no agreement that said where my client would live, was there?
Yes, you're right, sir.
And you stated that my client moved to Midlothian and lived there the entire school year from September of 2024 through June of 2025. Is that accurate?
It was a little bit closer during the middle of the first year of her kindergarten year is when she decided to move.
Oh, you're talking about when your daughter was 1 or I'm sorry, 4 or 5.
No, yeah, when she started kindergarten, Mr.
Okay.
Allen.
Isn't it a fact that my client lived in Garland?
Oh, we can. I think you meant can't, Dwight, and we don't want to get rid of you. Thank you so much for 6 months support. Also welcome if you're just getting here. Thanks for coming in, guys. Make some room, please. Alan's on the beach in his suit. Is that your idea of a beach suit? Have you ever seen somebody on the beach wearing a suit like that? I would love to hear about that.
Garland from September of 24 until December of 24 with the child's grandfather?
Yeah, but she wasn't really staying there much. She was
Objection,
mostly
non-responsive, Your Honor. And isn't it also true that Ella lived with her and her grandfather, her maternal grandfather, from June of 24 until December of 24?
We were sharing custody, Mr. Allen.
Objection, non-responsive, Your Honor. But my client was, I'm sorry, Judge.
sustain.
But my client did live in Garland during that period. Isn't that true?
Yes, she did.
And that's why she was enrolled in school in Garland. Isn't that true?
Yes, it was.
Okay. And it wasn't until December of 24 when my client moved to Midlothian. Isn't that accurate?
If I can recall, yes, sir.
And isn't it also true that in December, my client and you too felt it would be best for Ella if she stayed in the Garland school to finish the spring semester?
To finish the school year, yes.
And that would be the spring semester, right?
I believe so, correct.
Okay. And didn't y'all also agree, as you admitted to in our last hearing, that as soon as school was over in May of 2025, that Ella would move in with her mother in Midlothian?
That was never agreed upon. It was a thought that we thought about, but we never fully kind of came to a decision on what would happen, Mr. Allen.
So even though you admitted that it was agreed upon in the last hearing, you're stating now that it never really was agreed upon. Is that correct?
What I'm saying is, Alyssa didn't have a way of transportation. I was just looking out for
Objection
her.
non-responsive, Your Honor.
Sustain.
Is it your testimony that my client never took Ella to the doctor?
Correct.
Never in her whole life she took her to the doctor?
As far as I know.
And she never took her to the dentist?
As far as I know.
Okay, and she never took her for a haircut?
As far as I know.
And that's your testimony, okay. You've testified that you want to split the medical insurance premium. You were ordered to pay the entire medical insurance premium in August, isn't that true?
I don't remember, Mr. Allen.
Okay, well, I'll represent to you that that was ordered, and it's in the order that was signed by the judge in October. Have you paid anything in medical have you reimbursed my client for any of the medical insurance premiums for Ella?
No, sir, but I have.
Have you, thank you, objection to anything after no, sir. Have you paid any of the ordered child support to my client since September?
No, sir.
And is it because you just don't believe in following court orders?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Is it that you don't believe in following court orders? Is that why you haven't made
Oh,
those
of course
payments?
not. Of course not. That's not at all.
But you haven't followed the court orders in that respect, have you?
No, sir, I have not.
Okay. And it was your idea for you to have 50-50 and take Ella to school in Midlothian, isn't that correct?
Yes, sir.
And my client didn't object to that if it could be worked out, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And it's working out pretty well, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Your daughter's grades are good, aren't they?
They are wonderful.
And her comportment is good, isn't that true?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware that her mother works in the same school that Ella attends school?
Of course.
And don't you think that that's beneficial to Ella to have her mom there every day?
Of course.
Okay. Your Honor, I pass the witness.
Okay, Attorney Dale.
Mr. Medina, I just want to ask you a few income questions in case the court changes the child support today. You are currently employed?
Yes, I am. I am self-employed, Mr. Dale.
And what kind of work do you do?
I have my own business. I wrap vehicles.
Okay. And what's your average income per week?
Per week, roughly around anywhere between $800 to $1,000 a week.
Okay. And you are self-employed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you said previously that you do have private health for your child. Is that correct?
Can you repeat it, Mr. Dale?
Do you have health insurance available for Ella?
I do not have health insurance, but I do plan on getting some really soon.
Okay. And that would just be through a private
Correct.
third-party source, correct?
Correct, Mr. Dale.
Okay. Do you have any other children besides Ella?
I do not.
And do you know if Miss Castillo is employed right now?
I believe she just got her first job. Yes, sir.
Do you know where that is?
I'm McClatchy Elementary in Midlothian.
It's her first
Okay,
job
is that-
ever?
Do you know?
Yeah, Mikey, what do you look like when you go to the beach? Do you wear a suit like that Alan, they are on a tear today. Judge also giving them only 10 minutes apiece. She fucking means it, too. Well, nude beaches are the best.
What her job title is that as a teacher?
I don't think she's a teacher. I think she's like a helper, Mr. Dale.
Okay. Do you have any
Not too
personal,
sure.
do you have any personal knowledge of what her income is working there?
No, but I think teachers make around like 1,800 a month or something like that.
I'll pass the witness.
Okay. Anything further, Attorney Margot?
Just briefly, regarding the child support, when did you find out how much child support you were ordered to pay?
It wasn't not that long ago. It couldn't have been more longer than when we got the order, right? I want to say about a month ago or something like that, maybe less, honestly.
Okay, so August, September, beginning of October, did you know how much child support you
No.
would need to pay?
No, I did not.
Okay. And to be clear, did you and Alyssa agree that your daughter was going to move to Midlothian with Alyssa or
Uh,
not?
No, it was just it's gonna be like the weekend on, 1 week on, 1 week off during the summer kind of thing.
Okay.
Instead of just every other weekend during the school year.
Okay. And until this case, which of you was your daughter more used to living with?
She's more or less used to living with me in Garmin.
Okay. I pass a witness.
You actually just ran out of town, counsel.
Well, then I guess I'm done.
Okay, Attorney Wittenberg?
You said she was living with you in Garland. Isn't it true that she only lived with you in Garland from December of 2024 until approximately May of 2024? That she lived with her mother before that?
No. She was
Okay,
with me.
and
She was with me most of the time, Mr. Allen.
she was living in your house and not living with her grandfather, with her mother and mother?
No, it was possibly about every other weekend, but she was mostly in my residence, sir.
Okay, and now you're denying that even though you admitted this in a previous hearing, you're now denying that you had an agreement for your daughter to move to Midlothian. Is that correct?
No, I never agreed to her to move to Midlothian. We were
Well,
just,
but you testified that you did agree at the last hearing, didn't you?
well, I'm sorry if I got the wrong information, Mr. Allen.
Okay. I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, anything further from the state?
Not for this witness, Judge.
All right, Attorney Wittenberg?
How much time do I have left, Your Honor? Your Honor,
didn't-
I'm sorry. How much time do I have left?
2 minutes and 54 seconds.
Okay, well, I call my client, Ms. Castillo.
Okay, go ahead.
Ms. Castillo,
Yes,
are you the mother of Ella?
I am.
And let's just get to the heart of the matter. When did you move? Who did Ella live with from June?
And now you see why I say timing is of the essence, or timing is everything, whatever the hell I titled it. This judge is a time thief. I don't know what to call her. Actually, I want to call her something else, but I'm sure YouTube Daddy won't like it, so I won't.
24 until December of 24.
She lived with her, with my father. So
Well, were you living there too?
yes,
So would it be accurate to say she lived with you and your father?
yes,
Okay. And what happened? And in December of 2024, you decided to stop living with your father, the child's grandfather, and to move to Midlothian to live with your mother. Is that correct?
correct.
And at that time, did you have a discussion with Mr. Medina about whether Ella would stay in the Garland school or not at that in December of 24?
Yes.
And what did you think would be best for Ella at that time?
Well, we wanted to ensure her stability, so we kept her to finish the spring semester.
Did you have an agreement with the father that he's now denying as to what would happen, where Ella would live after the spring semester was over in 2025.
Yes, we had a verbal agreement
And what was that agreement?
that once spring semester was finished, she would then move with me and start
Move in with you where?
in Midlothian
Okay.
and attend school in the next semester.
Okay. You never withdrew her from school, did you? You never
Objection,
you,
leading.
you never took her out of school during the semester, did you?
Same
not.
objection,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the objection.
I didn't hear the objection, counsel.
leading.
Wait, sustain, don't lead.
Did you ever take Ella out of school during the semester?
I did not.
So when the father said you withdrew her from school, he did that wasn't during the school year, that was just at the end of the semester, isn't that correct?
Yes.
And did you enroll her in the Midlothian school when you did that?
Yes, once our order was granted.
Okay, and when were you going to pick Ella up and move her to Midlothian by the agreement?
As soon as it was granted.
Well, as soon as were you going to move her as soon as school was out in the spring?
Not in the spring. And then are you talking about in
I'm talking about the spring of this year, when school was over in May. What was the agreement as to who Ella would then live with?
with me
Where?
in Midlothian, Texas?
And is that an agreement you and the father reached?
Yes.
None of your agreements were ever written down, were they?
No, they were not,
But you
unfortunately.
believed the father when he agreed to that, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Objection, leading.
Overrule, you're out of time, Attorney Wittenberg. Anything from the state?
Briefly, Ms. Castillo, are you currently employed?
Yes, I am.
Where do you work?
I work at McClatchy Elementary School. Excuse me.
And what's your job title?
I'm a paraprofessional.
Do you get paid hourly or do you get paid a salary?
Hourly,
How much do you make per hour?
$15.50.
And how many hours a week do you typically work?
40.
And do you ever get bonuses?
No,
And do you have any other source of income at this time other than through this job?
no,
Do you have any other children besides Ella?
yes, I do.
How many others?
Only one.
Does that child live with you?
Yes, she does.
How old is she?
She's 3.
What kind of health insurance do you have for Ella right now?
I have Blue Cross Blue Shield. It's through TRA.
I'm sorry, is that through your job or just you bought this as a third
my-
party?
Through district.
I'm sorry, one more time, you cut out.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
It's through my employer.
Okay. And how much money do they take out of your paychecks for that, for Ella's portion? Do you know?
I think around 300, 200. I was trying to find a price just for.
Your Honor, if I may, the premium is our exhibit 1.
Hold on 1 second. Her call dropped.
Her call dropped.
I can bring
am
it into my office. Your Honor.
distracted. Oh my god, he's getting up.
Okay.
Oh god, thank god he's wearing pants. You never know what somebody's doing below the waist, ever.
You have to put on the headphones to hear it.
Oh my god, they're together at
I
the beach.
apologize about that, Your Honor.
No, you're okay. Go ahead.
But yes, so I looked everywhere just for the exact price for my dependent, but I couldn't find it, and right, I found it.
Okay.
Is it? Wait.
You don't know. He might have had a Speedo. What is going on below the waist? Who knows?
Your Honor, my client is reading from Exhibit 1, which the OIG can take a look at himself.
All right, Judge, I'll just move on and we can, since
Thank
it's
you.
admitted. Last question. How often are you paid, Miss Castillo?
Monthly.
Ask the witness.
Okay. Where both sides are out of time, did you want to call father back?
Your Honor,
Yes.
I would request that each side be given 2 extra minutes.
Okay, denied. The court has questions. Mr. Medina, do you know or have reason to know that Ella is in any type of danger with her mother?
No, I don't think she's in any kind of danger at all, Your Honor.
All right. Do you believe that there is some sort of an emergency going on at mother's home that will warrant her needing to be removed from mother and placed back with you?
No, other than this is actually her first year of her being sick, actually being around her mother, her grandma, and yes, ma'am.
Would you consider that a bad thing?
Um, I don't think so.
It looks like, oh damn it, he disappeared. It looks like he's sitting on her lap. She's sitting on his lap. Watch Alan over here on the beach. Oh my god.
Her grandma and yes, ma'am.
Would you consider that a bad thing?
I don't think so. Maybe concerning, but not at all.
Okay. How have the visits been going since you all have had the temporary order in place?
It's been fine, Your Honor. We've actually been doing this for a long time before the case, so everything is smooth. I'm just
All right.
always the one making the drives. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so things are
Hold on, is that an actual rumor that's going around, Mikey? We know you're an older man, but we're not worried that you're gonna retire on us immediately. Are you serious? It could only be a competitor. Or a jilted lover, I guess. I'm just joking. Why would somebody do that? What do you mean contact? Oh, never mind. I always forget. You have a plaque and a check mark, all the things. So people contact you about things. I'm sorry. Well, we know you never stop working. You love that.
smooth, but you want to change it?
As far as Ella being in a household where she doesn't really know those people too much, Your Honor.
Those people, you mean her family?
Yes, ma'am. Sorry about that, Your Honor.
Okay. You said you're doing all the driving. What do you
Yes,
mean
ma'am.
by that?
When it's time for switches for our visits, if it's time to go to her mom's, I'm usually the one taking my daughter back to her. And if it's my weekend, I'm usually the one picking her back up.
All right. And that's pursuant to your temporary order, right?
I believe so, Your Honor. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you also get a travel credit of $200 a month for I guess you can look at it as your gas for the round trip, right?
I think so, Your Honor. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you're asking for more on top of that?
No.
Okay. I guess the court is just trying to make sure I follow what it exactly is that you're wanting the court to do. Because if there is not an emergency reason to remove Ella, she's not in an unsafe environment, she's with family, she's with mom, you're receiving a credit for your round trip. The court is just trying to figure out what is the issue that will warrant a change at this time.
other than Ella being more comfortable and having her own space at my residence, Ella was in a lot of after school activities. She has a passion for soccer, and I was taking her to her practices and stuff like that, Your Honor. And unfortunately, I can't take her to practice if she lives too far in Midlothian, and she's just more I see her more comfortable in my residence, Your Honor.
I think he's just trying to reestablish the status quo from before the temporary orders.
Okay. The court will take this under advisement and I'll give you all a ruling out tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
you
Are we
all.
dismissed?
Yes,
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
welcome. Bye-bye.
Get off his lap. Go to the beach. Guess what? We'll do one more. Galveston. We love Galveston. Amber Spurlock. Tad Nelson. Amber.
We are ready to go on the record.
Are we, Judge? Really?
We are live on the record in cause number 15 FD 0428. This is a suit for modification of child support order filed March 31st of 2025. There's also a first amended counter petition to modify parent-child relationship that was filed October 24th of 2025 on file. The parties are all present on Zoom today, and this is a remote proceeding. I am sitting outside of Galveston County pursuant to the Texas Family Code, section 201.1045, and I find nobody has objected to proceeding this way. Mr. Midiel, can you state your full name for the record, please?
Cedric Mitchell.
Okay, and make sure you speak up when you talk, because that was kind of low. Counsel for Mr. Mitchell, can you state your name for the record? Texas Family Code, section 201.1045.
and look
I find
at his
nobody has
shelf.
objected to proceeding this way. Mr. Midiel, can you state your full name for the record, please?
Cedric Mitchell.
Okay, is that a creepy picture of a man at the top covering his chin? Some sort of, is that a trophy up there or like a statue? I think he might have a Plato book. Yeah, Mike, that's very funny. You've made it when you get trolls and people asking if you've retired. Somehow I just think that's wishful thinking. Because you're a big guy in the space, Anyways. Does he have something Bob Marley? All right, let's see what Cedric has to say.
And make sure you speak up when you talk, because that was kind of low. Counsel for Mr. Mitchell, can you state your name for the record, please?
Amber Spurlock with Tad Nelson's office.
Okay, thank you. And Miss, is it Signs? Can you state your full name for the record, please?
Priscilla Signs.
Okay, thank you. And Ms. Signs and Mr. Mitchell, can you both please raise your right hands to be sworn in? Do you each solemnly swear that any testimony you give today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
I do.
Thank you. You can lower your hands. And you wanted to approach about something, Ms. Laskowski?
Yes, Judge. The state and Ms. Signs are ready to proceed on the state's modification of support. However, Mr. Mitchell has on file in his own modification, which is asking for the court to modify the terms of possession and access. My understanding is that Mr. Mitchell and his attorney are asking for the court, for this 4D court, to refer the state's modification of support to district court so that the district court can hear both of those or all of those issues at the same time. The state and Ms. Sines would object to that and ask that the 4D court hear the modification of support issues today.
And Judge, so we subbed in on this case. His original attorney filed a counter petition in this matter on May 16th of this year. And it was asking for basically the same thing that our amended motion to modify is asking for. We're just trying to actually get it moving. So his prior attorney had filed it and then he withdrew. We came in and now we filed an amended, and then we plan to proceed with, with this case, and we're asking you to refer the child support portion over so we can hear it all together. And I apologize if everything's echoing.
Are these issues related at all?
It's possible because she's, pardon?
Possible is
We're trying to change access, and so depending on how that works, it may play out differently in the family court. I mean, I'd like to at least be able, even if we went to possibly even a mediation on both issues would be ideal.
Okay, Ms. Laskowski, do you believe, I guess, one, that these issues are related, and two, your thoughts on mediation?
The state would have no objection to mediation, or a formal mediation, as long as the state is included and noticed of any mediation that's scheduled, so that the state can participate in the support issues. As for whether the issues of possession and access and support are related, I would argue that they are not related, because my reading of the pleadings does not include any request from Mr. Mitial that he's asking for anything above the standard possession order. He's asking for something different.
Correct. Which is why I think possibly even the mediation, of course, we would definitely want y'all there and notice you. But depending on, because the current visitation schedule is not working. And I know from doing a lot of the family cases, sometimes when we tweak the visitation significantly, which is what we like to do, then there may be a change in child support, even if it is hers going up and he gets the visitation that actually will work. But I think both of those issues should be handled together. And I do think mediation could be the right result for this.
Ms. Sines, do you have anything you'd like to say?
Excuse me. Yes, I do, Your Honor. I believe the mediation is working. I'm sorry. I believe the current order that we have in place is working at the time, because our children are doing good as far as schooling, health, and our daily routines, and it shows in their grades. I believe this is just a reaction to the me requesting a review, Your Honor. I don't believe that what we're trying to do today has anything to do with visitation. I believe it possibly is not working for their father. However, as far as the children's well-being, our children wouldn't be doing as good as they are doing now if visitation, which is what is currently in place, is not working.
Well, and Judge, and that's why we're going, we're trying to go to the family court for that, because unfortunately with his work schedule being a fireman and everything, the standard possession order doesn't work. So, you have a father who'd like to see his kids more.
Hi, Walter. Courtney,
First
hi.
statement
We're
is
on the
this
second
is a
case.
family court.
Judge, wait, Judge, you're wearing a turtleneck. That's not really good for YouTube. Just letting you know. This is better. Secondly, hi, Courtney. We're on our second case of the night and the third of the day. That's right, double header. Somebody said earlier they thought I liked that. Probably. Loud. Nice to see you. Everyone coming out of the woodwork today. Oh, did Judge get new glasses? They're like checkerboard. I love it.
Well,
This is
I
a very
might be doing those
filed-
issues together.
This is a very late filed referral. This is our third setting. We were going to proceed a few settings ago, but Mr. Midiel seemed confused, so we gave him some time. And then you didn't show up last time, and now we're here today. And so it does feel a little like a delay is going on. I'll be honest with you.
That was not our intention.
And
I
I
assure
realize
you.
that. How soon do you think you can get into mediation?
Mediation probably within 2 weeks.
Let me get a calendar up for the court.
Do you guys want me to film some of my Costco trip tonight and show you the prices of things in Canada? Costco. Loud, I will be done soon. I literally told myself this was going to be a quick show. It's now been almost an hour. Don't give me that
Holidays are
look, Valerie.
coming up. Where are we now?
Okay.
The 10th. Do you think you can get in mediation before Thanksgiving?
What is that? I think
Like-
so. I think so. Because we can try, we have a few different options for mediators.
Is there going to be an issue with subsidized mediation? Is that going to take some time?
I don't believe so on our part. No, ma'am.
And Ms. Sines, can you afford a regular mediator? Do you know about how much it would cost, Ms. Furlow?
Probably
Approximately what-
the ones I had just jotted down quickly, probably 400.
Is that something you can afford, Ms. Sines?
Yes, Your Honor.
Humble brag, she can afford $400.
And just for my own edification, Ms. Spurlock, that $400 figure, was that per side or total?
Per side.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you think that Ms.
Okay,
Might as
so
well
if I-
gets a new
Yeah,
notebook
right.
every month? I said, do you think Ms.
If I
Cook has
reset
a-
to December 10th, you think you could all get mediation complete by then?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and then I'm denying the request to refer, it's just not timely. And then we can hear all those issues on December 10th. If there's no resolution in mediation, if there's a mediated settlement agreement, we can prove it up that day.
Perfect. Mediate by then.
And if you want to submit an order to refer to mediation, I can sign off on that as well.
Okay, I can get that done.
I want a new Fitbit so bad.
And it'll be
I also
set at
want a
9
new
a.m.
Creamy.
on the 10th, December 10th.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right, Valerie. Okay, so I guess we have to come back for that. I'm sorry. That was another
Okay, perfect.
cock
And then
block.
we will,
You know what, ma'am? You can just leave. We're done with you, actually. Just like the border chase earlier, right up to the border, including some scenic shots of the border, and then bam, cock block. We know that's not your fault, Mikey. No need to retire because of it. It's got me laughing all day. Oh, what a slippery day it has been anyways. I hope that you guys, they got into Mexico, really? Wow. I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. I guess I've now just literally hit the peak traffic time, so couldn't be worse. But will I go anyways? Probably. I'm so glad that you're here. Do me a favor, remember that I love you, and I'm proud of you. Me, proud of you. And I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye. I'm glad you guys all had fun. Okay, bye. 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 What the fuck? Every fucking time it does this. Bye.
Down red.